Okay. So we will be looking at how to configure CI/CD pipeline for infra. Configure CI/CD pipeline for infra, that is using Terraform code. So you guys already know what is infrastructure as code, right? Infrastructure as code is nothing but the complete infra requirement. We just write code and spin up the resources by running Terraform apply. Correct? What are the main disadvantages of manually running it? Anyone answer, anyone from anyone? What is the disadvantage of manually running the scripts? No way to track who executed and when it was executed, right? There is no logging in place, no logging or no tracking, correct? You guys agree with this?
Yes, Shankar. Yeah.
Okay. The thing is, in order to avoid all this, we are configuring the CI/CD pipeline in which each execution will be recorded. Each execution will be recorded in your pipeline, in your pipeline execution. Okay. Okay. So the first step towards doing this, we have already seen few examples and few steps also. If you remember exactly, the first thing is add a .gitlab-ci.yml file in the root directory of uh, GitLab repository. Okay. Any doubts? Any specific questions on this particular stuff? Anyone has? It is supposed to be a .gitlab-ci.yml file which will contain stages of execution. Stages of execution is nothing but init, plan, apply, and destroy. So I'm just missing validate, that's okay. Destroy manual because we don't want to do the destroy automated way, right? Okay. What is a trigger for the pipeline? Anyone can answer. What is a trigger for the pipeline? I mean, what action is a trigger? Git push or merge? Any specific doubts in order to understand this particular stuff?
So triggering generally means like pushing the code. That's it, right, Shankar?
So, how the automation will work? I mean, how the pipeline will start or when the pipeline will start and what cases the pipeline should start. Okay. So there should be a condition, right? You cannot execute a pipeline simply every 1 hour. Like that's like a cron job. We don't want a cron job. We want to have a action based or uh, change based. So only when the infra code is changed, we want to do a deployment. So deployment only based on some code changes. For example, you created EKS cluster and then you deployed some two services. You want to upgrade your EKS cluster to say uh, I am not really sure about the version, but say you have 2.12 and then you want to upgrade to 2.15. So what you need to do is you need to change your code to reflect the version. And then you need to do a apply, Terraform apply. So what does our CI/CD will do? As soon as you push your code, as soon as you push your code, the CI/CD pipeline will start. So the trigger is based on the action. Trigger means what time it is getting triggered, why, how it is triggered. It is based on action, that is nothing but your git push. Okay, is it clear now? Anyone has doubts? Kushal, Srini, you guys are on the call?
Okay, Shankar.
Okay. Anything from Vikas or Anudeep?
And no, Shinga, we are following it.
Sure, okay. So the next important thing that I already shown you, I already given a clarity, that is execution. Execution will be on GitLab server, not on your local machine. Okay, GitLab server, that means it is going to be GitLab runner and it will be on GitLab executor. So this flow you should have a clear understanding. So execution does not happen not on local machine. Okay, that means not on Git bash. So that means everything needs to be stored remotely, right? If you have clear understanding on this one, everything should be stored remotely, right? Your code is stored in GitLab server, correct? Any doubts on this? Your code is stored on the GitLab server. Your execution happens, like I told you, it is happening on your GitLab server, GitLab runner, and GitLab executor. Your GitLab executor for you, it is nothing but Docker container.
So this GitLab server should we create manually?
No. The GitLab account that you have, right? That is
Yes, yes.
the GitLab server.
Okay.
That supports the functionality of CI. So that is nothing but continuous integration. Continuous integration is all about continuously picking up the changes and deploying them or updating them. Deploying them or updating them. Okay. One other thing that you need to note is your key file from key file will be remote. Your Terraform TF state file. You know, right? What is Terraform TF state file? That's your What is Terraform TF state file? It is nothing but your current state of infrastructure that is created by Terraform. Okay. So all of these things are handled or taken care by the pipeline or your .gitlab CI/YAML file. Okay. So are you all fine with the explanation what I have given to you so far? Any questions? Please stop me here. We'll take uh, another review here. Anything anyone has? Okay. Now, what we will do is I'll just check whether I have a GitLab CI/CD. I have a GitLab CI/CD that I'll remove it. Go there. Okay, there is no difference. Okay, so you should also have a similar structure. I'll give you a couple of minutes. Make sure you go to this folder, your home directory export DevOps folder. Make sure you do a PWD and do a ls to figure out everything is correct, clean. And then I'll ping you the link. This link you can copy paste and then do a git clone. So this is here.
We already cloned this.
Okay, in that case, you just do a cd gitlab CI/CD. You just make sure you are
And
PWD.
we renamed some name also, I think.
Okay, just do a git pull to make sure you have the latest code. Okay. So if you look at the code right now, it will say if I do a cat backend.tf, so it says new dash Shankar, right? That is my bucket name which is unique to me. If I would have created already, it would definitely fail. But in order to make sure it is unique, S3 buckets are supposed to be a global resource and it has to be unique across different accounts. So you cannot have a S3 bucket which is the same thing, bucket dash S3, S3 dash new dash Shankar. And if I have it in my account, you cannot go ahead and create in your account. So there is no way you can create duplicates. And then you have to say what is your key in which your Terraform state file will be stored in this S3 bucket. So all this information needs to be created dynamically because uh, see, you're not going to store everything locally. It is going to be stored remotely. The next thing is I have a my underscore vars.sh file. In this, I have the name. That name, I said, please change it as per your name so that it gets replaced here. Bucket name, dollar name,
Oh,
and the DynamoDB name, dollar name. So that, it gets changed. So what I'll do is, I'll assume that today I'm working as Satish. I'll just say Satish. Okay. I'll just pause it for a couple of minutes. Open your my underscore vars.sh file and change the variable name from my name to your name. Because Anudeep, is it done from your side?
Done, Shankar.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you do a cat of this file, you should see your name here. In the name equals field, you should see your name. Okay. Next, I have a pre-setup.sh file, which is nothing but a script which will convert your hard-coded files into your variable file. For example, if you have a little bit knowledge on the shell scripting, this is like sourcing. That means it takes a variable value from this particular file and it does replace bucket name, key file, everything one by one, which is inside your vars underscore data folder. So I'll just show you exactly what is there in the vars underscore data. So if I go to vars underscore data, if I do a ls-al, I'll see backend.tfvars, main.tfvars, and .gitlab CI/YAML vars. So all of these files will be modified and recreated in your parent working directory, your root working directory. This backend.tf will be recreated. Your .gitlab CI file that will also be recreated for you. And one more file is your main.tf also will be recreated. So your main.tf also will be updated. So what I'll do is I'll just do a resetup.sh. I'll have to go back to the older directory. Just do a resetup.sh. This will take care of creating a new bucket and updating the DynamoDB table also. Now, if I look at vi space backend.tf, you will see that the name is changed here. Similarly, if I go to .gitlab-ci.yml file, the bucket name is changed here also. Like that, everything gets changed, everything gets updated. Even if you look at the main.tf, some information is already updated. So basically, the file name of the key is updated. So for now, you don't have to really worry so much about it. What you do is get your resetup.sh script executed after you update your my_vars.sh file, so that you are ready to push to your repository so that it will create a pipeline for you. The only precondition for you is you have to have your GitLab account verified. GitLab account verified. Okay. Shall I ask you to share your screen and I'll probably take it one by one?
Yeah. Can I start from here?
Yeah, sure. What I'll do is I'll stop the recording for now because I mean it should be pretty decent, pretty reasonable. So I'll stop recording now.
Can you enable sharing?
Yeah,
Screen
just
share.